The year was 1920. Most women in Manchester worked in the mills, but yearned for more in life. Banding together, a group of 1,200 women decided they wanted to build a YWCA. Within months, they found the location on Concord Street. A building was constructed, and the Queen City Y opened its doors, offering housing, recreation, and education courses for women of Greater Manchester.
1,200 women in the community initially have founded us, and here we are 100 years later.
As years passed and times changed, the Y adapted to the needs of the community it served.
In the beginning, we were about classes and single room occupancy and tennis lessons and the swimming pool. A lot of people learned to swim here at the YW. And then in the 70s, we were one of the first crisis centers to open in New Hampshire, supporting survivors and their families.
Survivors of domestic and sexual violence, the Y supports both women and men. In the 1990s, it opened a shelter.
Through a project with Habitat for Humanity, Emily's Place, which remains today as one of the largest domestic violence shelters in New Hampshire. It's an 18-bed facility. We're actually the only domestic violence shelter in New Hampshire that accepts men into our program, and we have had men in our program before.
It's something John Canton knows about all too well. His 29-year-old daughter, Melissa, also known as Missy, was getting help from the Y's program for survivors of domestic violence when the unthinkable happened.
My daughter was going there for services, and unfortunately, things escalated so bad, so quickly that there was a murder-suicide at the time, so it was very quick.
You were with your daughter then when all this unfolded?
Yes, I was. I was with her there at the house, and I knew, it was a really bad situation. I never even thought that something like that would have happened at the time, so neither one of us was prepared for something like that.
So John was also a victim in that particular situation. So the day that his daughter died, he also was shot. So he's actually a victim of domestic violence, a survivor of domestic violence.
The Y continued to offer support to both John and his young grandson. So John and his wife Heidi decided to give back to the Y. They opened a thrift store in the building called Missy's Closet.
When women come into the shelter, sometimes just with the clothing on their backs, and same with their kids, maybe just a backpack of clothes, we're able to fill that void and provide them with beautiful, nice, new, clothes in a short notice.
Heidi and John also hold an event at the Y offering prom dresses and accessories to teenage girls in need.
I don't think any of this would have happened, so it's quite a tribute to her. It is.
When the Y opened its doors in 1920, it offered respite to young immigrant girls working in the mills of the Queen City. Today, the Y still embraces those folks coming to America for a fresh start, launching the Southern New Hampshire University Center for New Americans. It opened in 2017.
The program is home to a vibrant youth program called the Amigo Youth Program that has a language component to it for children and youth.
Kilet Adumeni came to the U.S. from Nigeria, where she escaped the genocide there.
So most of us die and some of us escaped. So I was able to escape, ended up in a different country where I became a refugee. And after 3 years in the refugee camp, I was resettled in the United States.
Kilet is raising 4 children as a single mom. She is a survivor of domestic violence and sought help from the Y. Since that time, she has sat on the board of directors, giving back.
Being part of an organization that communicate that they care about my experience, they have it in their bold statement, really was encouraging, because then I want to be part and see how we can actually not just helping me, feeling supported, but so many other women out there.
When Clara Monier of Bedford turned 16 in the mid-1950s, she did what so many other lower-income girls did. She got a job at the mills in Manchester, where she met a friend named Bernadette. And Bernadette had some pretty lofty goals.
She started talking about going to college. And she says, we both should go to college. And I say, yes, I think you're right, Bernadette. We both should go to college.
So in order to look acceptable to college admissions, the girls decided they had to take tennis lessons at the Y because, as everyone knew, college girls played tennis.
In order to get into college, you had to take tennis lessons. You thought that would make you look better.
Right. And it actually points out what even the Y does today. It takes lower income women, okay, and makes them into the middle class. That would give young girls the confidence to achieve more or think there's more to life than what their family have or what they were born with.
So thanks to the legacy of a group of enterprising young women who wanted more out of life, the YWCA continues to offer hope and fresh beginnings to families and children of the greater Manchester community.
Someday this will all be looked back on, and I think people will be just as in awe as maybe you and I are right now that these women were able to accomplish this and pull it off, and then everything that came after to make it just as strong and vibrant as it is today.